Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, joined
What's
by
going to be?
joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, to my left. And we are
So,
back. Huh?
nothing.
We are back at it yet again with another Dragon Quest review for you guys. And can I just say this? I am recording this video, I kid you not, at 7:55 p.m. In other words, if you haven't been paying attention the last few weeks, if you've been checking out my reviews, typically I would be making these reviews at like 9 o'clock at night because the Clippers happened. But because the All-Star break is happening, there are no Clipper games for legit a week. Which means I don't think they'll play next Friday too. Which means good for me! I get to watch Dragon Quest, and I finally got to watch Dragon Quest at the time it came out. 7 o'clock.
There will be those people saying "Praise the Lord" in your comments.
Yes. I guess you can say depending on my upload speed, because I do not have the best internet when it comes to it. I literally have to take my you want some background information if you guys want to know. Like when I upload my videos to YouTube, I usually upload in my room. When I upload videos from my room, because my router is downstairs and farther away from my house, I technically on like the barrier of like internet and no internet, yada yada yada. So I kind of have a weak service. It takes longer to actually upload my videos up in my room compared to if I take my freaking laptop downstairs. When I go downstairs, it uploads just that quick. So I think I'm gonna take my because after I'm done recording, I'm gonna go eat my dinner, and I think after I upload everything to YouTube and do all my editing and stuff like that, I think that's when I'm going to freaking upload it to YouTube, and then hopefully it gets up. But anyways, guys, Dragon Quest is back. Thanks to our lovable Dragon Quest informant, who I will just say to say this, he's a great informant. He, she, I don't know what you call. Pierre Yves Burgon. We said last week we thought this week's episode was gonna be like a filler, but this definitely wasn't a filler. And he even told us in our comment section. So thank you for informing us. We much appreciate your assistance with getting us up to date.
To point out that I didn't think it was filler. It was all Cameron. It was all Cameron's thoughts.
All right, fine, Denzel.
He just put it in my mind because I assume he knew, but he knew more than me.
We're gonna get to this Dragon Quest episode. This is Dragon Quest episode 22, and what we thought was filler, which was, I guess you can say, not filler because it looks pretty interesting, is the fact that we now know that Mom's off training in the mountains somewhere, and we don't know when she's going to return. So we start the episode off with some members of the Troika trying to ask Leona to join Dai's party. But Leona's like, no to that, because I'm going to be the one going to die. And I'm like, finally! Shipping!
Oh. And that's when Dai comes in. It's like, hey, Leona, can I talk to you?
What I found hilarious is the other members of the Troika were like, what? And then Bad looks like, hold on, you said what? And she's like, oh, it's nothing. I'm like, yes, the shipping has finally. I knew she was hungry for Dai. Come on.
Hungry? She's still a child.
They're about the same age, so never.
Yeah, but they're still kids. They don't know about stuff like that, ish.
Really? We were that age and we knew about that shit.
Hey, don't spoil it.
Anyways, yeah, the reason why Dai calls Leona over is because he needs a new weapon because his sword looks a little dented, even though I kind of don't understand why he doesn't take that to, like, I don't know, some sort of I guess the people in that time are the people in that age where they're able to make shields and or short swords and shields. I forgot what you call those people. Using the metal hammer and everything. I don't know why, so that you can make it, look sharper, I guess. Oh, it is what it is. Um,
What it is?
she Leona makes mention of heading to a city named Benagarna, which is what we see in this episode and where the conflict takes place in this episode. Now we see Pop kind of saying goodbye to Uncle Matriv, and essentially he gives Pop the sorcerer's cape and shining staff, which makes Pop look, I guess you can say, more badass.
I guess so. Could do without the belt though.
Yes. Anyways, he's also shocked too to find out or hear what Pop has been saying about Dai and the Dragon Crest. He's shocked to hear about Dai has the type of power. Now he does before Pop leaves. Matoriv tells Pop, "Listen, you need to make sure you're there for Dai because he's going to hit a major wall at some point. Not as a hero, but as a person. So I can only interpret this as this. Maybe something crazy is going to happen where it's going to break Dai's spirit, and Dai's companions are going to have to be there to back him up and support him and make him, I wouldn't say, I guess, cope with whatever's happening with him and stuff like that, and make sure, he doesn't lose focus of what's at sight, I guess you could say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I guess so.
So that definitely seems like this is some sort of tease to something potentially bad happening to Dai. We don't know what it's going to be, but it looks like something insane might happen where it might break his spirit.
I feel like it has something connected to the dragon leader, to the dragon commander.
Potentially. Now, in the meantime, Dai and Leona sneak out of the palace together. And it's very freaking funny because Dai's like, aren't we stealing? But then Leona's like, well, technically I own it, so it's not considered stealing. So I don't know what that means. And then they essentially talk about, well, just hanging out together, essentially. And they were kind of, well, especially from Leona with what she saw from last week and even some other stuff. She's kind of been throwing shade at our boy Pop's way.
Yeah, she's saying stuff like Pop is the type of guy who would run away and cower and stuff, and but Dai was all like, he's pretty reliable these days. Like, is he? And stuff like that, and then suddenly Pop pops out like, I heard you and all that stuff, and
yeah,
and then like, maybe I wanted to get some alone time with Dai.
I marked out when she said that. I'm like, oh yeah, she wants alone time with Dai, all right. It's okay, Leona. Listen, you can come to Cameron Hotel Services and I'll get you a nice room with you and Dai. And you can be as alone as you want to be.
Okay, Cameron, can I go talk to you in the kitchen?
No, you cannot talk to me in the kitchen. But again, I'm marking out. Leona is definitely, I would say this. Leona in this case is very, because in the last couple of episodes, I'm guessing because there were so many people around, maybe she was too, I guess, I don't know, maybe afraid or a little bit too shy to show her feelings for Dai, which are clearly there. Because of this episode clearly shows it here. Hey, a princess wants to be with the hero. Can Pop butt out of something for once in his life? But yes.
Hey, I bet in his mind if it was up to him, he would go with Mom and stuff. But he knows what he has to do.
Well, speaking of, he better hope he better not see Mom see him simping over that new girl we saw.
Oh yes. Oh, Pop, I wish you the best of luck because you've been flirting with way too many girls lately, including that what's her name?
Meryl.
Meryl? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you making eyes.
So okay, that's a thing. So eventually they head out to Benagarna, we find out that it's a pretty rich city. It's got a good economy. Oh, I wish we had good economy. Um, and it's very military prepared for the Dark Army to handle, which kind of gets screwed up thanks to the Hydra and the dragons later in this episode, but it's okay. Essentially, they also have their own Ontario Mills Mall or Montclair Plaza Mall.
That's one. I guess so.
If you don't know the reference I made, essentially where me and Denzel live, which we live in California, there's these two malls. The closest two malls are Ontario Mills Mall, which is probably one of the longest, oldest malls I've seen in my life, and then Montclair Plaza, which is another mall. Personally, I'd rather go to Ontario Mills Mall, but that's just me. But essentially, it's just them doing shopping. They're looking around for stuff and things like that. Pop wins those lovely type of giveaway things you find because, oh, you're the 100th customer who bought this thing and found the secret item. Other stuff. It's funny stuff. Leona changes into all these different clothes. I actually had to look back when she was wearing the clothes she's wearing currently right now to see if that was like something she wore, like I guess in the original anime. If I didn't see anything like that because I looked back at some old pictures of Leona. It seems like her dress scheme was the same like in the past, but it looks like something out of the video game she's wearing, to be honest.
Yeah. I think one looked like one of Bulma's old outfits actually.
Oh yes, one of the outfits she was dressing in did look like Bulma's Arabian little outfit she wore way back in Dragon Ball, and when I mean Dragon Ball, the original one, when Goku was a kid. Which maybe that was an Easter egg I would call that an Easter egg to Dragon Ball in terms of the Bulma's dress scheme, but okay.
May I just say the first outfit was pretty skimpy.
For some reason, she looked like she was wearing the Sky Sister outfit from Fairy Tail. If you don't know what that means, watch Fairy Tail the final season. Shelia and Wendy wear a similar angel-like costume to what Leona wear, or I know, simping for girls in Fairy Tail. That never gets old.
Yeah. Don't judge us, people.
I did like it funny because she wore this cat suit and essentially Pop's like, take that nasty, ugly cat suit off. And she's like, but it's got good defenses.
I mean, if it's good or something, then
I don't know what that reference would be, but I guess if they wanted an Easter egg, I took that away. If you've seen the most recent anime that's came out, Kuma Kuma Bear. I've only seen one episode of Kuma Kuma Bear. Apparently it's just a VR MMO type of character wearing this bear suit that gives her boosted defenses. Only difference is,
I think that costume, that tiger costume, is actually there's actually an enemy that actually wears like in the Dragon Quest game. There's actually an enemy that wears a huge like a tiger costume. I don't know if it's a costume or a body, but it's there.
Yeah. It's funny. The mall stuff is hilarious. Dai comes across this huge armor. He fits it on and he can't move whatsoever in this damn armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, okay, oh, that's great. Leona, funny enough, Leona's like, oh, you can buy whatever you want as long as it's under $5,000, essentially. I forgot the damn currency.
Gold.
Gold.
It's literally just gold.
Yeah, 5,000 gold. I'm like, oh. So it's essentially she's telling her boyfriend, well, her future boyfriend, you can buy whatever you want as long as it's under this price. And she's buying all these freaking shirts and stuff like that. I'm like, this girl is crazy. It's cool to it's also cool to see that Leona's acting like so carefree, honestly. Like when they first get into the city, she's like literally riding the freaking carriage like a crazy person. And it's just good to see. And Dai even says in this episode, like, I'm actually relieved that she's feeling happy.
I actually like this side of Leona a lot.
Yes, more carefree. But she does also show her girl tendencies in buying so many stuff. At least she didn't do the typical girl thing where she makes Dai and Pop hold her clothes for her, though. Anyways, they come across this weapon called the Dragon's Bane. which is being auctioned at this table, and apparently it's a weapon that can pierce through a dragon's hide. Which, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the meantime, they're trying to decide what price it is, and we see this old lady and this very attractive girl next to her.
What is up with these very attractive ladies in this universe?
I don't know, but
it's enough that it's in the Dragon Quest game that I'm currently playing, but in the anime too.
This old lady's kind of antagonizing Leona, Dai, and Pop, saying you can't wield a weapon that's strong, that's too strong for you to handle, and she kind of walks off and everything and stuff like that. Now the girl, to this point, we don't know her name. Now we know her name is Meryl, but we didn't know her name at this point, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for my grandmother acting like that to you guys. I'm sorry." Pop makes an occasional reference saying, "Oh man, she's freaking cute as shit," and then Leona's like, "I have no hope for you."
She didn't say it like that, but she kind of thought it like that.
Yeah, I'm like, good God. I know in her head she's like, "How are you simping for mom? Now you got a whole nother girl."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, so funny. Now in the meantime, as they're heading down the stairs, we find out, I guess they're a class. Leona calls them seers. So what we find out in this episode is they essentially can predict when attacks are happening from the Dark Army. And we see, as they're walking down the stairs, that Meryl gets this alert from her little crystal ball that monsters are coming to attack, and it's dragon monsters. We see this Hydra attack, which reminds me of the Bakugan Hydranoid. And were those the days? The only difference is, compared to Hydranoid from Bakugan, this Hydranoid has got more heads. I think it's got one more head than Hydranoid, because Hydranoid only has 3 heads in the Bakugan anime. And then 2, it's not purple.
One more head? It looked like it had like 5 or 6.
I think it had 5 or 6. It's definitely got more heads than Hydranoid, which stage 3 Hydranoid only has 3 heads, which is a Hydra. But another difference is it's blue with an orange scales and everything, unlike Hydranoid, who's purple with some pinkish type of aftertones. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it looks cool. Personally, I like dual Hydranoids or the Hydranoid form from Bakugan better, but it still looks like a dangerous creature for Dragon Quest. And then also you got these other dragons, 5 other dragons attacking too. Anyways, there's pandemonium. Eventually Pop comes up with a plan. He's like, okay, Leona, you freaking take care of evacuating the people to get them to safety. Dai, you take out the Hydra, and I'll handle the dragons. We later said how Pop handles those dragons because he starts running away from them.
Well, at least he's doing something by luring them away, at least. Huh.
Yes. Now we get, I guess, some semblance of a backstory from Meryl. She just explains her kind of backstory. We kind of see that her and her grandmother are kind of travelers that have gone from country to country because the Dark Army would always attack. Now, is this a reference to maybe them not, well, maybe, is it, I'm trying to say this. Is it a reference to them every time they go somewhere, more danger attacks them? I guess you can say that, but the thing about Meryl, what she does here, because she sees this little girl trying to free her mom from this rubble, and essentially she tells her grandmother, I'm not running anymore. You know, I'm tired of this running, going to different countries. I want to stay, well, and not fight, but I want to stay and help. So she goes over there, she tries to help the girl with getting the rubble off of her mom, and when the Hydra makes an appearance in front of them, launches like a flamethrower attack. I know I referenced the Pokemon move. But Dai comes in, blocks with a wave slash, and he's confronting the Hydra. And he actually takes some parts of the armor off to make it more where he's more flexible. And he's got like these he made like some parts of the armor have like the little wings and stuff like that, like Thor's little helmet he's got just without the helmet part. And he's got obviously the iron chest plate. He looks cool in it, and he's about to confront the Hydra. And next week looks like it's gonna be a badass episode. When they ended the episode off this week the way they did, I was like, come on!
Come on, you've had your Leona X die moments. Now be satisfied.
This show is so damn good.
Yes.
If it wasn't, I love me Dragon Quest, but if it wasn't for how One Piece is doing the Wano arc, and even now that I'm also watching Horimiya, it'd probably be my anime right now of this season. I would honestly, my anime of this season is probably Horimiya. If you haven't watched Horimiya, please go check that out, because you are missing a gem.
Shame.
Anyways, anything else you want to say about this episode, Denzel? Because I think we covered it all.
Yeah, I think we covered it all. Like, another enjoyable episode, and Leona being extra kawaii this episode.
So hot, and she's so kawaii. She's all that in one basket.
Mm-hmm. Good thing I cleaned her.
Yeah, lucky you. But it's okay. I'm gonna be, unless Merle does something important, which I don't think she is.
Whatever.
I think she's just kind of a pretty face, but hopefully she does do something. Because apparently, it seems from the next episode preview, it seems that her grandmother and her are gonna find out that Dai's got the dragon crest, and that might add to more of the lore we got going on with Dai. So that's gonna be very interesting. But other than that, a good Dragon Quest episode. I cannot wait for next week. Why can't I get next week's episode on my spring break? At least WandaVision, I got the WandaVision season finale I got on my spring break. Right. Now it's back to doing applications for to get my to try to get my master's, and back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video or this review, and if you guys liked the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's Dragon Quest episode, as well as hit the subscribe button to get more Dragon Quest content. Yes, like, what can I say? What else can I say? Oh yes, follow my buddy over here. Subscribe to him on his YouTube channel. He doesn't know when he's gonna be doing gameplays, but since he's got his setup going for recording gameplays now, he'll be able to do that. Again, he doesn't know when he's gonna do it, but
yeah, like I said in the previous video that we did today, I don't know if I can record it with my voice, but I can definitely see what I can do.
Other than that, yeah, I'm also myself doing gameplays if you guys are intrigued. Right now, currently, I'm doing Resident Evil, the Fairy Tale RPG video game, and yeah, and then I'm gonna be doing future, video stuff. I'm actually getting like a capture card coming in, actually tomorrow. So hopefully it all works well and dandy for me, so then I can actually record some more games. I'm probably thinking about doing some other games and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to see how the upload scheduling is going with that, because along with my reviews, gaming is gonna be a lot. But other than that, I'll try to put as much as I can into the gaming content as well as my reviews. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have a great rest of your night or day or whenever you're trying this video. Until then, guys, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Wear your mask. Until then, guys, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.